Hi, Eisenberg kiddos. This is your math lesson for Thursday, April 9th. You will need to have two documents pulled up from your assignment page. One of them will look like this, which we're actually going to look at second. And then the other one looks like this, and this is the one that we're going to start with. Today, we're going to be focusing on, instead of two-dimensional shapes, flat shapes like we've been doing, we're going to switch and focus on three-dimensional shapes. So those are shapes that stick up and take up space and are not flat. So we're going to go through some vocabulary words that you're going to need to know first, and these are attributes of three-dimensional figures. So these are what makes a 3D figure a 3D figure and ways that we can identify or name a 3D figure and prove that we know it is what it is. So first, we have the word solid figure. So a solid figure is just another name for a 3D figure. 3D stands for three-dimensional. So a solid figure is a three-dimensional figure. I'm going to make that a different color so it stands out for us a little bit. There we go. A 3D figure that has length, width, and, so the word that's missing here is the word, change my color again, height. Okay, so if you notice in the pictures, each of these things, now they look kind of flat. This is what's tricky about 3D shapes and doing using pictures. Obviously, the picture is flat, but you have to imagine if this shape or this shape or this shape was actually sitting right in front of you. Not only would you be able to measure how long it is and how wide it is, but you'd also be able to measure how tall it is, because all of these figures would stick up off of your table or off of the ground or wherever it was sitting. So adding that height in is the difference between a 2D shape and a 3D shape. The next word we need to talk about is a face. Okay, now this is not like the face on your head. Shapes have faces too. So a face, when we're talking about mathematical shapes, a face is the flat surface of a figure. Okay, so if you look at the picture, see how the arrow is pointing to one of the sides of this shape. That side is flat, so we would call it a face. There are other faces on this shape as well. There's one on top, one in the front, one on the other side, one in the back, and one on the bottom. So any flat surface is a face, and a lot of our shapes are going to have more than one. The next word, vertex. Now, we've actually talked about this before with our 2D shapes. So the only difference is with a 3D shape is that we add an extra side in there. So it says a corner where three or more edges meet. So if you look here, here's an edge, and here's another edge, and here's another edge. This little dot is where those edges come together. So the vertex is still the corners, but this time we have an extra edge added in there because it's a 3D figure. Okay, so the vertices are still the corners. The next word, an edge. An edge is a place where two faces meet. So we talked about how the faces are the flat parts of the shape, and when those flat parts come together, it creates an edge. Okay, so, and when you're looking at a picture, it sort of looks like the lines in the shape. Those are your edges, and it's the places where the faces come together and touch. The last word we're going to need to know, the last attribute of 3D shapes, is a base. Okay, now a base is also a face, but a base has a special purpose. So it says I'm going to change this word. We're going to say the flat surface of a solid figure that an object can stand on. So this is the only difference. The base is the part of the face of the shape that shape is standing on. So if you look at this solid figure that we have in the picture, this is a face, this is a face, there's one on the back, there's one on the side, but the one that it's standing on is the square-shaped one on the bottom. So since that's the one that the shape is standing on, that one is considered the base. Okay? All right, go ahead and switch over to our other document. Now, this is not in your math book, so you don't need to pull anything up in your math book. This is actually an extra page that if we were in class, we would have copied for you and handed out. So we're going to go through this, and then you're going to want to keep this and the other page pulled up for your independent assignment today. At the top, they're just going to give us another definition again about what a solid figure is. It says, we see objects every day. They are three-dimensional figures. A three-dimensional figure or solid figure has length, width, and height. So that's what we just talked about. So then they give us this handy dandy box here of the 3D figures that you need to be able to recognize. So we have a cube, a rectangular prism, a cone, a square pyramid, a cylinder, and a sphere, okay? Now, let's go ahead and take a second and look at some of these shapes. So the number one thing we need to look at to help us identify these shapes are the faces and the shapes of those faces and the shapes of the base. So a cube is only a cube if every single face is a square. So it can't be called a cube unless every face it has is a square face, okay? It also will have 8 vertices, and it has a certain number of edges, but the main thing is that we have all square faces. With a rectangular prism, some of the faces are going to be rectangles, okay? Now notice this side is a square, but that doesn't make it a cube, okay? It's only a cube if all of the faces are squares. Since this one has a front, a top, a back, and a bottom that are rectangles, we would call it a rectangular prism. Next is the cone. This is one you've learned since kindergarten. I actually just worked on it with Eva yesterday. So a cone only has one face, and it's on the bottom, and it's a circular face. So the base of the cone is a circle, and it doesn't have any other faces. So this part of the cone, if you were actually holding a cone out in front of you, it would have a rounded feel to it. So since this part of the cone is not flat, it doesn't count as a face, okay? So remember, faces are only flat parts. The cone only has one face, and it's on the bottom. The next one is a square pyramid. So it has some rectangular faces, 4 rectangular face, or not rectangular, I'm so sorry, triangular. It has 4 triangular faces, and then the base of a square pyramid is a square. So they call it a square pyramid because of its base, which is a little tricky because you might be looking at it thinking, but I see a bunch of triangles. That's true, but they name the shape according to its base. So since the square is on the base of this pyramid, they call it a square pyramid. The next one is a cylinder, which is another one you've known since kindergarten. On a cylinder, it has 2 faces, one on top, one on the bottom, and they're circular. They're in the shape of a circle. And then it has this rounded part in the middle that allows your cylinder to roll. So that doesn't count as a face because it's not flat. There's one on top, one on the bottom, and this is called a cylinder. The last one is a sphere, and the sphere has no vertices, no edges, and no faces because there are no flat parts to a sphere, okay? All right, so let's look down at the first example. It says identify each 3-dimensional figure. Well, look at the first one. At first, you might be thinking it's a cube because you might be noticing that this top face looks like a square. But remember, our rule about a cube is all of the faces have to be squares. And I noticed that this front shape is a rectangle. So I think the best name for this figure would be, change my color again, a rectangular prism. The next one has a circle face on top and a circle face on bottom, and it's rounded in the middle. So I think that would match with this one up here, which was a cylinder. You probably have lots of cylinders at home in your cabinet because cans are almost always in the shape of a cylinder. I'm going to kind of read through this part really fast because we already went through this with our vocabulary page, but this one has some more examples. So it says a three-dimensional figure can be classified by its faces, its edges, and vertices. So a face is the flat surface. Faces of solid figures are two-dimensional figures. These faces are squares. So they're showing you how a 3D shape is actually made up of lots of 2D shapes because there's square, 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 and when we put them all together, it makes a three-dimensional figure. An edge is where two faces meet, and we talked about that already. So here's a face, and then the edge is where they meet. A vertex is the point where three or more edges meet. When there is more than one vertex, they are called vertices, and that's an important one to remember. So I'm going to underline that. So if you have more than one, so for example, this, this cube has 8 vertices. If you're talking about one, like this one that has a circle, you call it a vertex. Let's go on ahead to example 2. It says a figure has 1 square and 4 triangular faces, 8 edges, and 5 vertices. Classify the figure. Now remember, the easiest way to identify 3D figures for now is based on the shapes of their faces. So even though you have the number of edges and the number of vertices, when you're trying to figure out the clues for a shape, I would focus on the faces. So notice how it says 1 square face and 4 triangular faces. So if you look at the figure, here's the square base at the bottom, and then all of the rest of them are triangles. But remember, this was the shape that we name based on its base. So this figure is called a, hopefully you said, square pyramid. Okay, square pyramid. Then, guided practice, we're going to name some more shapes. Identify each three-dimensional figure. Well, I noticed that this one has faces that are all squares. And when we have faces that are all squares, that figure is a, hopefully you said, cube. The next one is shaped like a ball. I noticed that there are no faces, there are no vertices, there are no edges, so that must be a sphere. All right, now we have some more clues here at the bottom, and we have to name the figure based on the clues. It says classify, which let's talk about that word for just a second. Classify is just a fancy name for naming something and putting it into a group. So classifying the shape means to give it a name based on its attributes. So classify each three-dimensional figure. This figure has 1 circular face. Well, if we scroll back up and look at our option, which one only has 1 circular face? I notice the cylinder has 2, top and bottom. Oh, look, the cone has 1 circular face. So the answer to number 1 is going to be cone. Number 3. Number 4, this figure has 2 circular faces. Oh, I just said that one. So if you look back up, our cylinder has 1 on top and 1 on the bottom. So a three-dimensional figure with 2 circular faces is a cylinder. Number 5, this figure has 0 faces, 0 edges, and 0 vertices. It almost sounds like it's not even there, right? That is a sphere because it's rounded everywhere. Last one, number 6, this figure